All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We have Faceless versus RRQ. What do you think about this matchup?
I think RRQ has their work cut out for them
Oh, yeah,
because
definitely.
nobody in this region, we talked about this on the first panel segment that we did, out of the 6 qualifier regions, Faceless probably the biggest statistical favorite to make it to Kiev, and nobody out of this region has had an answer for Faceless in quite some time. RRQ has looked a little bit uneven. They actually just got beat in a 19-minute game by Bazaar's youth team. So
90-minute game?
Yeah, shortest game so far. Fun stat, right? Out of the 12 SEA matches that we've seen so far, 5 of them have gone 50 minutes or longer.
Ooh, that's
Not
rough.
what I expected.
No one wants to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, we have a draft coming up right now. It's
do
already
it.
started. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Coddle
well,
first
okay.
pick.
You know what? If you're an underdog, to me, this is one of the heroes you go to. Almost a 70% win rate in the opens. Definitely a hero that looked pretty promising, even though TNC did lose earlier with that Invoker Brewmaster combo. I think this hero in this meta is just so well suited.
Yeah, definitely. And, well, Faceless, they banned out Meepo first. They don't want to deal with any kind of cheesy strats, not taking any chances here. Meepo is one of the heroes in the Southeast Asian.
Yeah, I mean, Abed is gone, but Meepo lives on, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, people still fear that hero. And yeah, I think if you're Faceless, we've been talking about this more and more, that you just want to play standard in these games, and you don't want to get beat by any kind of cheese. I think you're gonna see a lot of the same kinds of draft from them, and understandably so.
I wouldn't be surprised if it just pick Jab's hero right here, whether it's Invoker or Ember Spirit. They definitely just grab it right now.
Yeah, for me, to me, with the Earth Spirit, the Ember is a great pick for Faceless here. Doesn't really worry too much about the Coddle. It's a good safe pick.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, when you talk about this, to me, we didn't get a chance to go into this as much on the panel earlier, but that's one of the big advantages when you're a guy like Jabs playing with Ice Ice Ice, is everybody is so focused on banning out his hero that you get to run the same 2 or 3 heroes every game.
Yeah, and right as you mentioned that, I think they realized it too. We might as well pick.
Yeah, might as well get Daryl's
the
hero.
Ice Ice hero. Yeah, no one's gonna touch Jab's hero. We might as well get Ice Ice hero. And the second pick, Alchemist.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, I definitely think if you're gonna pick up Alk second, can you think about now picking Shadow Demon third? Because Shadow Demon's been a bit of a missing hero so far from this region. You're going to have the Coddle for that wave clear and split push potential. You pick up that Shadow Demon, kind of double down on the map control, but what does that do to your lanes?
I actually think it's not that bad. You have a Disruption and an Illuminate combo. It's definitely something that works, especially once you get the Soul Catcher. You're looking at a gigantic nuke from Coddle, but not too sure how it fares against the Earth Spirit and whatever else Faceless go up with, because I think Earth Spirit alone is probably better than Coddle and whatever else they end up picking.
So let's have some fun here.
Okay.
Give me your top 5 heroes right now.
Top 5 heroes.
Top 5 heroes.
I'm gonna go with Slardar.
Okay.
I'll go with a Lone Druid.
Okay. Agree with that.
I think I'll put a Coddle up there now after seeing how strong it is.
Absolutely agree with that.
I'll put Ember up there as well.
Ember is up there. All right.
I'm gonna put Ember
respectable
up there.
pick. Yep.
And I think I would put Darkseer up there.
See, I think I asked you that. I was curious whether you're going to put Centaur in your top 5. Because
I wasn't going to put Centaur.
I think Centaur is up there. In terms of what I've seen from him, the utility, the strength throughout the game, now that you've got that level 25 talent and the option to do some clever things late, buying those multiple hearts even, I think Centaur just... There's no point of the game where he doesn't have just a ton of utility and that early-ish burst potential too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
well,
to me, there's a reason when you look at the most contested hero, Slardar is definitely up there. I actually think Slardar might be a little bit overrated right now.
Really?
When you see it, he was by far the most contested hero in the open quals. He's picked or banned in 93% of matches, which, given some of the weird drafts you see in the opens, that's a lot. That's way more than anybody else. And just how that hero can... He's a little bit less now that everybody has gotten pretty good at running those dual off lanes. He's a little bit less susceptible to getting completely shut down, but you still see it happen. And that hero, if he doesn't get his blink online in time, he can really struggle as an offlaner.
I think he's just up there because his skill set is insane.
Yeah.
Amplified damage, like the things you can do with that ability is, it's like everything. And Slither and Crush is probably one of the best disables in the game. It comes out incredibly quickly. It does good damage, and it stuns them forever. And you have Sprint that makes them incredibly mobile. That's why I just don't see a great weakness with this hero, honestly.
What do you make of this LC ban?
An LC ban. I think it's just
Oh man, this is. It just, I don't know.
like you said,
you
no
gotta
chances.
ban so many things against Faceless, but it feels like they always get their drafts.
Yeah. And I think that's a large part of it is just because of Ice Ice Ice. Like
Yeah.
everyone is so focused on his heroes that they end up getting everything else that they need. And Ice
Yeah.
Ice Ice is the only one that gets to, get his hero last. But they pick it up a second now, so as a second pick, so more of the draft is focused on the other heroes. And you mentioned the LC. I think that a ban is just a respect ban. I can only assume that RRQ actually plays that hero, and that would be the only reason.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Now, interestingly enough, a hero that I am seeing a lot of going back in RRQ's drafting that you're not seeing on other teams is Windrunner, which would be a treat. I would like to see a little bit more of that hero. I feel like she has some unexplored potential. Maybe, I mean, there were some people not that long ago speculating about maybe her coming back as a support, but I miss her. I liked that hero.
Well, if there's going to be a game where you pick her, I don't think this is going to be
Yeah,
the one.
I know. I'm
You got to
looking at the
centaur the other
heroes.
team.
No, yeah,
It's
it
going to
just
be a
doesn't
nightmare.
work.
Yeah. Well, let's see what they do with this Alchemist second pick. This is the only thing I'm worried about is Alchemist being a second pick. Maybe they assume that Jabs is going to be playing one of his two heroes, and I think Alchemist does pretty well against both of them.
He should, but the other big thing that sticks out to me, we're in the second phase. Lone Druid's still in the pool.
Yeah.
And that's a hero that RRQ have run. It's a hero that obviously Faceless are capable of running. Black can actually play that hero, even though they haven't run him on it.
Silencer.
Yeah.
They're going to need some catch to make some use out of the Silencer. Sand King's already banned out. I think the idea behind this is they would definitely want a hero that can catch out the Warlock, and then you drop global so that you do not have to deal with the chaotic offering in these team fights.
But the last couple of times though I've seen, including once tonight, the last couple of times I've seen silencers in these SEA games, it feels like they're just so poor. It's just it feels like these games are really constant action, and if your support silencer doesn't have his global up, what's he bringing to that fight?
Yeah, that's definitely true.
And
well,
there's
the Invoker.
There's your jab zero, man. And you can't argue with it in this kind of a lineup. You really can't.
I wonder if we're going to see anything weird coming out of RRQ, like Alchemist safe lane or something like that, and Silencer going mid.
I think you better have a plan to leave that Alchemist solo XP in lane and get him a couple camps early on, because he needs that early levels to accelerate those early levels to accelerate his farm. I think you can do it, but you got to be able to play really greedy, and that means you got to be really confident in controlling the other team's offlane, and when the other team's offlane consists of ice.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like when you have this kind of matchup, like no disrespect to RRQ, but if I was in their shoes, I would have to assume that I'm the underdog in this game. And
Yeah.
when you're in this kind of situation, what better time to just try some weird strategy that you think might work?
Well, there you are taking a page out of the Faceless playbook and going back to Timbersaw yourself. I don't necessarily see this as a hugely favorable Timbersaw game.
The damage is going to be there, but Faces have what it takes to like just completely blow
Yeah.
up the Timbersaw. So
You
this
have
is a very risky pick.
right now. You have Monoleak and you have Unstable Concoction. Those are your stuns as RRQ. And I actually was hoping that we would see maybe a core silencer. They actually Complexity, I know, has been running that in the safe lane. It's not bad.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Wings did it last
Yeah,
year or something
yeah.
like that. Yeah, so it's definitely viable.
Well, I mean, I almost, in my discussion of what heroes are viable, I've begun mentally omitting Wings because they can just do
They
whatever
they want. Yeah.
You know what? I kind of like that Venge ban. I really do. A core Venge would be really
I
good
think so
tempo
too.
here for
'Cause,
RRQ.
yeah, they definitely need some more lockdown. Like you mentioned, it's just just a monoleak and an unstable concoction, and unstable concoction is not going to come out for some time.
Yeah, I just going into this match again. As you were referring to the sort of underdog thing, I was thinking to myself, RQ's best chance is either to play a nit strat or just try and play really fast. And so far with this lineup, I don't see out of this.
Yeah, definitely. And now that the Venge is banned, what exactly? I'm trying to think of a hero that would work
Yeah,
out with this lineup. It's a really tough call.
they're really yeah. Most of your sort of pocket stratty picks are out.
Mm,
Unless you do wanna yeah, okay, this still could be a core silencer, and you could turn I'm gonna go back to that Shadow Demon. I think you pick up Shadow Demon here, it's a core silencer. You try for this sort of split pushing map control strategy with your Alchemist Illusions. Let your Timbersaw go ham. There isn't to me, there isn't a one position that's not.
it is a core silencer.
Yeah, it is, but that's well.
I think it's all right.
That's actually yeah,
I think
okay.
it's
The
all
the
right.
more that I think of it, right? Clockwork potentially causes a lot of problems for both of the faceless cores that we see so far.
Right.
So that's okay. Okay.
I mean, if you stampede in, right, you just use the cogs as like a team fight, break off.
Yep. And
Tool.
both Centaur has the really slow animation on the hoof stomp and the double edge, so battery assault can really cause some problems if he gets trapped inside those cogs. The Invoker is classic target for gank, but again, it just God, because people are so focused on ice, it feels like Black gets his Slark, Jab gets his Invoker or Ember Spirit. The other four players on Faceless just get what they want way too often.
Yep.
And I think at some point you gotta apply the Michael Jordan treatment to Daryl and say, all right, fine, he's gonna get his hero and he's gonna do damage, but you can't let the rest of the team have whatever they want.
Well, let's see how this laning phase goes out. Right now, man, it just looks.
This is rough.
Yeah. I mean, I think RQ can definitely do it. It's
All
gonna
right,
be
all
a
right.
rough game.
Draw me a roadmap here. Like what do you need as a 4-position Clockwork now, right? What do you need to get done here? No. This doesn't have to be a 4. This could still be a 4 silencer.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, and in fact, the more I look at that, I think that's actually a little bit more stable.
All right. Well, we got to pause. I think that in order for RQ to really execute this lineup, they wait. Let me see. I don't even know who plays what on this team actually.
Yeah, that's what
I think Kel'Thuzad is their safe lane player, so it's going to be a support silencer.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I'm looking at, and
All right.
unfortunately, they don't have the verified names up on Dota Buff, so I'm not sure.
All right.
But this is definitely going to be. Look at the items. This is definitely going to be an offline Clockwork.
Yep.
Okay, and that's.
Okay.
This is going to be a tough situation. This is a safe lane
Well,
Timbersaw.
in that case, then this is the kind of game where Timbersaw just has to carry in the early
Yep.
game. Like he has to dominate in the early game. And let's take a look. Yeah, everything.
And
is
I think
standard.
that's tough. Okay.
So why does Black have 2 Quelling Blades queued up?
I mean, if there's if there's ever anybody that was going to try and buy 2 Quelling Blades for some odd reason, it'd be Black. I mean, this is the guy that uses drum charges to farm.
Oh, and they got the D-Ward. Very nice.
Yeah. That's really big
That's
for them
really big,
because
yeah.
as you pointed out, they so badly need this bottom lane to go really, really well.
I think for the most part, Ice is definitely going to get his levels and a little bit of farm.
This really on paper, the lane matchups are not bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Invoker really is not. He's not going to stop the Alchemist from farming.
And this is the offlane Coddle that we mentioned some time ago. Yeah, he's just going to blast the waves and
Slark, Warlock can't really push the lane back against a Coddle. Slark doesn't want to have to farm under tower, at least not early on. This is not. It's not a bad setup for RRQ. So at the end of the day, we may have been a little bit too harsh on their draft.
yeah. Well, we're about to enter the laning phase. Let's see how they do. I think that Silencers should just focus. Oh, actually, XY is going to be coming down here. This is well, if Earth Spirit is going to be dual laning with Ice, this is actually a pretty dangerous lane for Radiant because if Eden gets caught out, I think that's just like an easy kill for him.
Well, yeah, I
For
mean,
Dire.
you have to. Like, what's Earth Spirit gonna really add up top besides another hero to eat Illuminates?
Well, I think they spotted out the rotation. Yeah, they have a ward over here. Or sorry, Dire know that the Radiant have a ward here.
Yeah.
Where is? Well, XY is trading with Eden right now, but Glaives is just too much for anyone to handle.
Yeah, that's where your support silencer starts to look pretty good, and fairly mana efficient.
Well, Alchemist.
He's gonna whiff the roll and eat a couple more glaives. That's
All right, this is
not
looking
bad.
good, pretty good for RQ. Like with if this keeps happening.
I just want to. We just the last game that we cast was just it was so one sided. I just want to see a competitive game here, man. I want to see somebody challenge Faceless. I mean, this team needs. I think they need to be challenged a little bit in these qualifiers, and there's going to be the cogs forcing. I said, oh, there we go. The cogs force them to eat the illuminate, and all right.
Sorry for missing
Nuts
the kill.
will be first blood. That's going to happen. We're sort of two guys used to doing color that got thrust together, but we're going to have a good time with it.
Yeah. This is a learning experience for me. It's not like I played Dota for very long or anything.
Oh, man. Don't worry. The T-Tours were going to come out whatever we did, so I'm going to just call that a case of getting it over with early on.
All right. Well, Alchemist ended up picking up the regen rune, but Jabs immediately denies him of it.
Yeah, and you know, speaking of denies, the Invoker being 10-7 here through the first few waves, that's a pretty commanding start for him in the mid lane. Yeah, Alk is eventually going to be able to get his levels up in that Acid Spiral zone out the Invoker a little bit. And it's nice. His textbook how to play against Invoker mid. Keep him under his tower. Bottom lane, we do have a little action going on here as the Sunstrike will miss.
It was shared between like 3 creeps.
Yeah.
Yeah, not enough damage here. Man, look how big this wave is, though. Ice is getting a ton out of this lane. How did this creep wave become so enormous?
I don't know. And
Pounce was missed. Is Black actually dead?
Oh, man.
This is a close one.
Oh, the Fairy Fire is used. Not quite. No.
All right, Black is fine. Both teams not respecting the Fairy Fires. That was really, really close, though. I think like one more tick of the battery assault, I think Black would have died there.
Yeah, it was really close, and that could have been, you know, after the first blood on Nuts, that could have been the kind of start that really, really necessitated that Faceless change things up. But as it goes, it's now going to be a little bit difficult. Black well on his way to 6. Going to be a little bit difficult to pressure him the way you want to.
Oh, mid lane?
Yeah.
Jabs is just going to dodge this. This is a really smart play by Jabs.
Careful with that courier now.
That's
okay.
Fine. It's fine. It's almost no way this can happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is really a really smart item choice from Jabs. It's going for the immediate boot pickups, so that there's absolutely no chance he's going to get ganked by this clockwork.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm nowhere near as good as these guys, but Alk may be in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to go down. Oh, boy.
Got him. I was about to mention XY, you know, not exactly getting too much out of the map, but killing off that Alchemist, that's really big.
Yes, I was just going to say that alone is what you want out of the early game, and now you talk about boots. Your Earth Spirit has his boots as well, and his roaming is that much more effective.
Mid lane, Invis Clockwork. I don't think this is going to work out. The creep wave is way too close.
But I think you gotta try and make something happen here. I don't. That's the other thing. I feel like you got to fight against that mentality as the underdog in these kinds of matchups. You do want to be aggressive in the draft, but you don't want to throw the Hail Mary too quickly in the early game and take yourself out of it.
Bottom lane, Ice is trying to sneak up on Eden. Sunstrike is gonna miss.
No,
Ooh.
not quite. I think he's. No, he's gonna get away. I thought he was dead. Oh Lord.
Oh, that was sick. All right, wait. He has no escape though. He doesn't have money for a TP. He's stuck here. All right, but I don't think they know he's here, so he's okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
All right.
Although the hero Sunstrike would be hilarious right now. No, okay, he's gonna TP back.
Take a quick look at him. Yeah, I know Sunstrike's gonna be coming out. All right, XY is up in top lane. I don't think they know he's here. This could be a kill here. Roll in, stun. No stun yet. Black has no mana. He has to be really careful here. Uh-oh.
He's got Warlock back.
That is
Oh
not...
no! He ate the Illuminate.
I mean, he also Dark Pack too, so double kill for the
Yeah,
Scuttle.
that. Okay.
Well, while that happened, looks like Jabs managed to kill the Alchemist again. So at least they have that going for them.
I would have bet a good deal of money against Black. Just he used his pounce offensively, so he really had nothing left to avoid the Illuminate. But boy, oh boy.
Yeah, he used the
That's a
dark. He used the
costly
Dark
mistake.
Pack, and that
Yeah,
basically
that put it
pushed
below
him.
the
Yeah,
HP. Yeah.
All right.
Well, and that's the other thing. That's already 3 skill points in Illuminate, and Kyle had a while to channel that. So, ouch.
Yeah, this Caudle is getting a ton in the off lane. It looked
Who's
like
who's your core player in your
yeah,
off lane,
exactly.
right?
You would think it's the Clockwork, but damn, this Caudle is level 6 already.
I'm-
He's got a point
I'm
booster
telling-
and 600 gold.
What?
He is going to have a very, very
Shut up.
very, very quick scepter.
This hero is just ridiculous. I'm telling you, okay, fine. Lone Druid's bad, right? We're all agreed. OS Frog, but Coddle right now is so sick in terms of what he can do.
Yeah, this is definitely the hero to keep an eye out for. He is just gonna farm like crazy right now, and this is definitely the right choice because you know just how powerful that scepter is, and if he gets it this early, like day fights are gonna be a breeze for them.
It's your best shot to. I mean, look at how he's able to farm the multiple camps too, as the silencer does go down.
Yeah.
But it's your best shot too at maintaining some semblance of map control because you know that Faceless are going to have the advantage like in the other 2 lanes.
Well, I mean, so far, we're pretty confident in Faceless, making this game look easy. But RQ is
I like what we've seen so far. I was fearful that this would be an extremely lopsided game, and RQ have done at least enough to make a contest out of it early on. That the Alks armlet timing is not going to be ideal, what you'd like to see, but.
They're trying to find the Alchemist. They get the stun, but he does get his ultimate
he can't
off.
Go down here. He cannot. Okay.
All right, they need to get out right now.
Yeah, they're look at this. They're running from the keeper. They are afraid of a Coddle. And by the way, this Jabs has 34 denies.
Yeah,
at 8 minutes.
He is just right-clicking creeps in the middle lane. But even then, right now, this Timbersaw, he's totally left alone. He's doing whatever he wants down here. And we talked about him carrying in the early game. This is looking to be the case if they continue to leave him alone like this. And he already has his hood.
What's he? Okay, yeah. That's. I mean, we've been talking
build.
about this, the dive build, and I especially against the lineup of Faceless, it's going to be a while until Slark gets that physical damage going. Right now, the biggest worries that you got is all the spell damage coming out from the Invoker, the Centaur, and the Air Spirit, and that hood is gonna pay dividends.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you even think about early pipe here potentially?
I think you just stop at the hood,
okay.
and then you go into the other item, the farming items.
Yeah, that's definitely the classic solution.
Because he does need to farm in order to carry.
Okay, yeah, Black's got to be a little bit careful.
Oh, he's fine. He still has.
Yeah, he's just gonna regen up. All right, he was eating a few more battery assault charges, but again, he knows that keeper's mid. Very different situation. But look at this. Our RRQ are going to take that bottom tower down. That's
I mean, we talked to Timbersaw, the play behind the tower strat. He just stood right there for two or three creep waves, and he's still there. They just can't touch him. He has 20 armor stacks.
Man.
Oh, they're running at Eden. Oh, they catch him. Sunstrike. Yeah, easy kill. And I mean, this is a big problem for RRQ right now. Is that their silencer is level 3.5, and their alchemist is not exactly doing so well because
he is well off the pace at this point. Like a 10-minute plus armlet is.
Jabs catches out the Caudle. Oh, he misses uphill. Misses twice. One more hit. He gets them. All right. Didn't even have to do anything. He just right-clicked him to death.
Yeah, I mean, they are doing a fairly good job of at least contesting Black up here, but they're not going to get the result they want. I mean, he's just going to step back out of vision and regen.
Yeah, and he has an Iron Talon. He can just hit the jungle if he really wanted to. Right now, the bigger issue is that Jabs is going to be enormous at this rate.
Right. Right. It just overall, it's not just jabs. I feel like Faceless is just going to be they're set up to get a lot more out of their side of the map, whereas RQ need to try and play on that dire side
Oh,
and
mid
get
lane.
some out of heroes.
Yeah, they catch out XY.
Okay.
So that was the first hook used, I believe. They managed to find XY, but I mean that's a really small kill. He didn't even use his Tome of Knowledge, so the EXP gained from that is not exactly much. I think killing the Earth Spirit doesn't amount to too much.
You need to give Silencer a lane here at some point. It's
Yeah, they're trying to. Well, he was there for the kill, but
yeah.
ooh, not even level 4 yet. Well, Black trading hits with Alchemist. I think for the most part, Faceless are okay with.
Faceless are again. We're talking about how RQ are contesting here, but Faceless are quite happy with their position at this point.
Yeah.
You know, you just saw Black essentially alone against the Alchemist is able to trade hits because that armlet just now came up. He's able to trade hits as a Slark and at least make that Alchemist think about backing up.
I think the real thing to look at right now is just this Timber Saw.
Yeah, it's got to be if RQ is going to seize control at any point, it's got to be behind Kel'Thuzad.
Yeah, I mean, he's just been down here like for 12 minutes. No one has even touched him. They're just completely leaving him alone.
But that's kind of the issue though with the Hood build is it's a great sort of lane bullying, playing behind the tower kind of build.
Oh, not again, Eden getting caught out.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Well, I mean, you said they should give him a lane. They gave it to him, but
they did. But
now he's dead for it.
But Invoker is level 12 at 12 minutes.
And he's gonna go for that. How do I? There we go. He's going for the Yule Scepter first. I guess he's gonna go for that snowballing build. He just Yules one person, and that's like an instant death.
Well, but we've seen this before from Faceless. We were talking about this in their first game.
And Caudle is gonna go down.
Yeah.
Maybe Blinding Light hits all three. But it's not going to be enough.
This is actually a really big kill.
Yeah, they got to slow down that Scepter.
Exactly.
And he's actually still really close to it. He's only 1,450 away.
Yeah, but when you think about it, like how close was he 5 minutes ago?
That's true.
Right. He's slowed down significantly off the pace that ridiculous pace that we saw in the early game. I just think the issue right now is going to be, as you said, just jabs. Looks like he's going to be completely out of control. And this Timber, he really does need the Bloodstone online stat in order to get into those fights.
Oh, is he going to try for this? There's no way you're going to kill him.
That's not the play.
I think they were waiting for his Yules, but it's only just arriving. Now they can actually kill him if he decides to show up, but he already TP's up top.
Yeah, it's very, very important for this Timber Saw to not die in the next few minutes.
Missed another kill, but it looks like XY managed to find Eden once again, and with the assistance of the Sunstrike.
He's just food at this point.
He's just food. Yeah, the Silencer is just so powerless. What can you do? All right, looks like Kel'Thuzad has decided to walk down another lane.
Boy, it's funny. You talk about, along with all the quality of life improvements, you talk about the big nerf to Invoker is having to wait until level 15 for your double Forge Spirits. Well, he's going to be there and not too far off the time that you could have had him before. Oh, Lord.
You know, man, this Alchemist is just so far behind. Normally when you see Alchemists, even if they have a rough start, on average, like 14 minutes, they already have the armlet ready.
There's no circumstance in which Alchemist should be trailing an Invoker at net worth at this point in the game.
Yeah. Oh, top lane. Are they thinking about it? Oh,
they are. They canceled the Timber Chain with Cold Snap there.
They even commit everything to him. Is he going to go down? Yes, they do. That's a very big kill.
They understand that is so by far the highest value.
Oh no, Eden gets blocked out by his Clockwork.
And that almost doesn't. I mean, that almost doesn't matter.
It is so rough, though. He's 5.5, and it's 15 minutes in. Yeah, what happened to the tome?
Levels equal deaths. Like that's not good.
That is rough. Well, and Faceless continue to build up their lead now. It's never a good sign. At 15 minutes, you should almost always be ahead in net worth when you have an Alchemist on your team.
Yes.
But it looks like Faceless are ahead by about 1,500. Black, he just picks up his Shadow Blade. Is he going to make this kill happen? There's no Alchemist ulti.
Oh, no.
No, he's
got TP. That's fine. But meanwhile, Jabs is just going to continue styling on people. Because why not? Oh, I'm
right.
not. I'm not confident in this Midas on Clockwork. I get it. I get the argument for it, but the situation would seem to be awfully dire to me.
It seems to be like a very common build now, but
It is,
I
for good
really
reason.
agree with you. I feel like if he went for a blade mill or something,
Yeah, in this particular game, I feel like you got to stop the bleed. You got to think about earn. You got to think about blade mill. Just you got issues at this point.
yeah, and Black already finding a pickoff with his Shadow Blade. He's playing his Slark just like he would his Clinks.
Yep.
He hardly farms. He just continuously finds pickoffs
Right.
for jabs.
Yeah, we were talking
Right.
about this earlier. That I feel like he
Oh,
doesn't get enough credit for how good a fighting carry he's become.
there's a sentry mid. Okay, Black knows.
Yeah.
I think Jabs is trying to find the Alchemist. If Alchemist gets caught out here, oh, that could be bad. Oh, okay, he turns around. Oh, no, they see him.
Yeah, look how much that kill has slowed Timber's progression toward the Bloodstone.
Jabs gonna catch a glimpse of him. Is he gonna catch up? No, he's not. He's gonna give up. All right. Looks like they're gonna play hide in the trees down here. XY and Ice waiting for someone to show up, but there are 3 heroes here.
Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
they missed the stomp. All right, it's time to get out.
Nope.
They have a hook.
I really like both. The other heroes were
Oh.
really conspicuously showing in the other lanes to kind of enhance the deception value down bottom. But yeah,
Oh, that chain. All right.
No.
Well, oh, Ice. Wait, he just jumped in. What? I thought he was gonna stun the. Well, they're just 2v3ing here.
Yeah.
But Ice is in a lot of trouble. He is taking quite a bit of damage, but he does have that hood. He's incredibly tanky. Never mind. He's not even close to dying. And he goes down. Meanwhile, at top lane, they managed to find Jabs and Black.
Yeah. So
Probably
that's
should have been watching top.
obviously a huge turnaround there. They just overcommitted. It's as simple as that. And really underestimated the extent to which Kel'Thuzad's Timbersaw, they'd set him back. He doesn't have that Bloodstone yet, but they still underestimated a little bit his tankiness and damage output. He barely went down on the tail end of that play.
That was a huge pickoff for RQ, though. They picked off both of the cores. They made 1,300 gold from that.
Yeah, and all of a sudden the Alchemist vaults back to the top of the net worth board.
That was, I don't know if Ice was planning that, but he pretty much completely whiffed the stun on Timbersaw. I think he was just letting him go and going for the backline instead.
It just felt to me like that was quite a bit greedy by Faceless. I thought like
it really was.
I felt like a moment ago they had sort of intentionally shown 3 heroes in the top 2 lanes in an effort to really bait in, make RQ feel safe in that bottom lane for the bait. But once that Centaur Earth Spirit bait in the bottom lane fails, I don't think you can commit to a fight top like that.
All right,
there's going to be a TP
pickoff.
response. Yeah, and that. But again, though, you 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Yeah, you have to be very careful.
At least he did get his Radiance done. That's something. He's sitting on Radiance and 1K gold, even when dead.
Yeah. To be fair, though, I mean, they have to make these kind of risks because everyone needs farm right now. Kel'Thuzad is pretty much farming the entire jungle, which leaves the Alchemist with nothing but the off lane.
We are going to have Ags on Coddle coming out here momentarily on the courier.
Is this enough to change the game around?
No,
I don't
not
really
by
think
itself.
So. Yeah.
Not by itself. Not at all. Now you have the Ags on Coddle. You got the Bloodstone on Timber. You do finally have your level 6 on the Silencer, and Clock making decent progress, about 700 away from that Blade Mill. This is going to be a nice little power spike for you.
I think they should probably smoke. Well, actually, unfortunately, I don't think they can because it's about to turn nighttime in 5 minutes.
God,
or not 5 minutes, 5 seconds.
Jabs at level 16 with Ags complete. Ouch.
So even with that Scepter up, it doesn't really do anything for them right now because they're going to have to wait another 4 minutes.
Yep.
All right. Everyone is grouped up top. Black has to be careful. He's up here by himself.
But they got a smoke do Faceless. 3 men coming in on the backside. They're going to
Alchemist?
run right into the Alchemist. He's going to channel the stun. They'll back up.
Is it going to be enough damage? He's so
no,
tanky.
he's got ulti up, and he's not bothered by Invoker at all.
Oh,
But
they
they're going
missed
to
a
commit the rock
deafening.
to him. That's the right decision. Oh, and the Sunstrike will hit.
Oh, they're just getting steamrolled right now. Chakram jab's gonna
Oh,
ghost walk away.
this is what Kel'Thuzad did to him earlier, but no, there's not enough. He can't fight 4 heroes.
All right, and Black
And on the
picks off
backside,
Elin
yeah,
again.
the poor Silence. I just like feel Silencer's like it's like playing Crystal Maiden in a pub at this point. Ay, ay,
Oh,
ay.
all right, here comes the raid boss fight. Can they take down Kel'Thuzad?
Oh yes, oh yes.
Sunstrike.
Bang.
Got him. All right. Well, a very convincing. Oh,
I mean, all right, respect.
Ice. Being a little too cocky there. Just takes an illuminate to the face.
Yeah. Respect for
Oh, and
Zephyr down here. He's playing.
well, Nuts has his Midas now.
Of course.
So, Faceless, well on their way to gearing up for the late game. And a Blink Dagger on XY.
Man.
They have all the
support,
tools they
yeah,
need.
their support item timings are just so reliable.
Oh, bottom lane, Black finds Koala. This is a very easy kill. Oh, that was sick.
Wow, that was a great hook out.
He knew the Sunstrike was coming.
Yep.
Now Black's in trouble. Okay, no, he's fine.
No.
Oh, but here comes the rest of Faceless. They still find the pickoff, and the Silencer's dead again.
I mean,
Oh, Kel'Thuzad.
at what point do you walk away from your computer?
I mean, unfortunately, he's so low level that he can't walk away anyways because he's back up way too soon.
No, he's
Kel'Thuzad-
level
he
7
missed
and
his
has
chain.
died 8 times.
And, oh, man.
Yeah, the
that
Bloodstone
is-
Deny comes out, but that's cold comfort.
Top lane. Oh, they got the... Okay, nice. Yeah, Alchemist managed to destroy the catapult before Invoker could TP in. So he's going to live to see another day. Damn. Jabs is just completely dominating this game. It's not often you see an Invoker outfarm an Alchemist at 23 minutes into the game.
Yeah, he has had just a couple of, and I know. Look, he's going to put up big stats when Faceless are winning games like this. It's
definitely.
mechanical, but he's still. You look at the stats and you watch the game, and it still looks awfully good.
And Black finds the pick off on Alchemist once again. Oh, he does get caught out here. Is he going to go down?
I think he's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's got that. That's the thing. Big Daddy Jabs is playing behind him, saying, "Yeah, I dare you to climb those steps, guys."
And we talked about it in the draft. There's just no lockdown.
Yeah.
Unstable concoction, mono leak, and
And
clockwork stun.
Right. I mean, you can fix that, like as we spoke about in a different game earlier. You can fix that with itemization,
But not if you're down 8 and 24.
Yes. Exactly.
All right.
And with Silver Edge, things are not getting any better anytime soon. Now you are going to have a little window here. It's about to turn daytime, right? So
They are thinking of smoking, I believe.
Yeah, you have to. I think when it turns day, you got to smoke. The clock's going to throw out that rocket for Vision of the Roche Pit. I feel like you got to smoke and try and make a play here.
It's just so hard.
It is obvious. It is absolutely.
Yeah, I just don't see how they can. Oh, Koala, is he gonna throw the hook? He canceled it like 4 times. Nope, they let him go. And all 5 of them are down here. They're just not farming as efficiently as Faceless right now. Man, even Ice, he's already finished his Scepter.
Yeah.
How do you do enough damage to kill off Faceless in these team fights?
Yeah, right now, you don't. Yeah, plain and simple, you don't.
But the problem now is that if you don't, at what point do you actually walk outside your base to do something about it? Because I feel like this is one of those we're just waiting to lose situations.
That's exactly why I was thinking a minute ago that I wanted to see the minute it turned daytime, I wanted to see them smoke up and try and make a play, but the lanes weren't in their favor.
Right.
I mean, they immediately had to send Coddle down bottom to chase Slark off from the steps of their base. And when you do that, it's like, okay, well, they know where we are on the map. The smoke play becomes that much more obvious. You know, they are, yeah. Look at the area of the map that Faceless are concentrating on, right? They're like, okay, the only way RRQ is going to do something to us now is by trying to sneak up to this Roche Pit. They're just not going to let that happen.
Oh, they're trying to pick off the Alchemist, but the entire team is just sitting right here, and well, Faceless is going to just go back and farm out their jungle and keep pushing out the lanes. Oh, I think they see, yeah, they see Zephyr here. Well, they bait out the illusion. Ice 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 jumps the illusion. I think
that is a nice that is an important D ward there.
Yeah.
By Kel'Thuzad. They really can't allow Faceless to have undisputed control over that part of the map.
I think this Scepter Gem Coddle is like they're all in right now.
Absolutely, it is.
If they lose this, I think.
But you have to do it.
Over.
You absolutely must do it.
Yeah, they're just waiting for their moment. But when is that moment going to come? Is now the time? I think the lanes are decently pushed out enough. Man, and Jabs has his BKB already now too.
I mean, I almost think you just have to.
Well, they're not going for
You have to send Alk and Timber into the Roche Pit and take your chances, or send them into an engagement here top lane. It's just.
Oh no! If the Coddle dies here,
no, that's.
Oh, he's still alive.
Oh,
but he gets
cogged
cogged in. But I mean, this is looking decent for them.
No.
Oh, but then the Stampede comes out. No damage is taken. XY gets to live. Oh, Jab is a little off with the combo.
And they're just gonna drop the rock flat on his side.
Man, that right click damage.
Yep.
And that's the end of the engagement. It seems everyone else is gonna get out. Are they gonna be able to reach? He has fuels. Oh no, not gonna catch him. Well, 2 for 1. Actually, even at this point, I think a 2 for 1 is not even that bad for them. Actually, they still.
It's very. It's 2 for 1 is awesome, provided that one is not either the Alk or the Timber.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the Timber now down to 4 Bloodstone charges and no help incoming from the rest of his team. And Faceless recognizing that they now can go ahead and lock down the one objective that was RRQ's best path back into the game.
And now they're gonna get that Roshan for themselves.
Yep.
This is looking grimmer and grimmer for the Radiant side. Even if they decide to just go for an all-in smoke, man, this Silencer just is only level 7. He doesn't have a global for 1 minute. Like they're almost playing 4v5 at this point.
Oh, they definitely are. There's no question. They have been playing 4v5 for quite some time, and that's not, that's not a flame on poor Eden here. He's doing the best he can.
Yeah, I think it's just Faceless are too good at identifying, like, what they need to do, who they need to shut down to make this game easier for them. And every time Silencer is dead, that's just a window of opportunity that they do not have to worry about that global silence.
Yeah, the big concern to me for Faceless is, when you talk about making that transition to Kiev, assuming that they make it there, they are going to have to be playing from behind occasionally, and that's something that they're not getting a lot of reps in doing. They have so many leads in these games.
Yeah, definitely. And, well, it looks like Faceless are going to go for the Tier 2. There is a lot of turtling from RRQ side.
True.
But is delaying the game going to save them? That's I think.
No, that's the whole reason that I was arguing for Shadow Demon so vociferously during the draft is I feel like that's one of the things that gives you both the option to push the game out and even more hope, because each item on the Alchemist becomes that much more significant in terms of being able to control the map. But with Alk by himself, even with the Timber, do you really have what you need from the other 3 heroes to enable? Even with the Coddle Scepter, and the fact that he's held on to the gem this long.
How come he still has I thought he died. I guess
he did.
Oh no, his teammate picked it up for him.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Now the fact that they still have it, period, he definitely did die.
All right, and Jabs is working on his Oxray next.
It's not bad. I mean, he's up there. Alk is obviously supposed to be ahead, but he's up there even with the Invoker. Unfortunately, the other 2 cores of Faceless are not far behind.
I think for a hero like Alchemist, if you're even with your opponent, you are losing.
No, you need to be. Yeah, you need to be with the new greed. It's rule of thumb's about 25% ahead.
I think 25. I was going to say something like 40. All right, and he's going to stun himself. And this is definitely a very dead Alchemist. They are going to catch him out. Nothing the team can do. They can only watch him die.
Yeah.
Chaotic Offering comes out. Are they going to get more?
Yes.
That is looking horrific for them right now.
If they get the Timber here.
Oh, here comes Jabs.
And Jabs is.
Here comes the everything. Oh, God. Oh, God, what a disaster for RQ.
Oh, he misclicked. He attacked the creep. Invoker would have the kill.
Oh, Eden?
Out.
Eden? He's stuck here though. What do you do?
I
mean, we were kind of.
you sort of hate life. I mean, it's Faceless sort of like,
I mean, we were
doing the
saying
Nelson. Ha ha.
we were saying it was 4v5. This is truly a 4v5.
Yeah.
He's stuck. He can't move.
And what backdoor protection?
Well, Black has 19 essence shifts.
Yep.
All right. First set of racks coming right up. Oh god, blinding light. This turtling. Oh, I think Jabs was a little off on that combo. Oh, they take the tower and they decide to back up. I think they're going to go for the shrine. Eden is still stuck here.
The value of the tier 3. Oh, poor guy. The value of that tier 3 tower just so much more after that change.
Wait, XY.
No.
What?
Bad. No.
Okay.
Well,
how did he know there was a ward? He didn't even see it. Okay, wait. All right, they pick off Koala.
That was unbelievable.
Why did he was
he
actually
just he TP'd into
everyone. Okay.
Yeah, he just TP'd into 3 heroes he could see. He's just like,
well, that's
no, that's my shrine.
That's one way to die. Okay.
It is. I've done it many times.
All right. Well, the score is 9-30. Let's see what the lead is like. 20,000.
Yeah. Do you really want to know?
Well, I had an idea.
I don't get me wrong. I always want to see the numbers, but boy, sometimes they hurt.
Let's take a look at the buybacks. No, Timbersaw has one, but he's the only one with one. I think this is go time for Faces unless they're playing it super safe and waiting out.
Your Warlock now has Greaves.
Oh man, where do you even find the damage to take these team fights? I don't think there is any.
I'm taking the fifth on that one, buddy.
Oh, there goes the gem. They pick up the gem, but they're stuck in the cogs together. Double TP out. Oh, the cogs saved their lives.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they still managed to hold on to the gem. Jabs looking for the Alchemist. This is going to be really bad if the Alchemist dies here. Does he see him?
He really shouldn't. He knows what's going on.
Yeah, I don't.
He can send his illusions, and there you go. There's the percentage play.
And his next item is, the standard Octarine build-up, but I feel like it's a little too late already.
Well, it's just got to be. I mean, what else are you going to build?
I would all in and just buy a blade mail and hope for the best.
All right.
At this point, I would just go for something like that.
The funny thing is that you pop your blade mail and Centaur presses R and
that's
you
true.
don't take any damage anyway.
Either that or you get Silver Edge and you return hardly anything too. Life is rough. Let's take a look. Oh, bottom lane. They catch out Kel'Thuzad. Stun, Sunstrike. Where's the rest of the damage? They need a little bit more. They still have Magnetize. Okay, he just kills himself.
Yeah.
All right. One Bloodstone charge.
Yeah, that's a rough life.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
And you can see you saw right there, if you remember, exactly how much Black cares about the blade mail and the clockwork. He's just like, he doesn't even pay it lip service. He's like, no, I got essence shift stacks, buddy. I'm fine.
Because I mean, as long as he hits him with a Silver Edge, I don't think you don't have to worry about the blade mail. It just doesn't return enough to you.
Yeah, that's for those that get confused, because I used to get confused about that. It doesn't cancel it, but the damage reduction does apply to all outgoing damage, including damage applied from blade mail.
All right, Ice sieging the tower by tanking shots. This is like, you can tell Faces really want to go to Kiev. This is incredibly patient play.
Well, and you kind of knew that you were going to see this from them. This is a team that I think a couple months ago they finished third at Dota Pit, and a lot of people thought, okay, maybe that's really a coming out party for them. And we haven't heard much from them since. But I think that this team, we're not talking in terms of Faceless, we're not talking so much about them getting to Kiev. We're talking about what are they going to do when they get there.
Yeah, definitely. They are easily number one in Southeast Asia, but that's just Southeast Asia. What really matters is on the international stage how well they match up against everyone else.
No, I mean, if you look at the power ranking system that Nox prefers anyway, they're number one right now. They are number one in his preferred rating system. They are beating people in SEA that bad.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's hard, right? Because you don't, in the absence of a lot of lands, you don't have a lot of connectivity across the regions. But when a team dominates their own region just this hard,
that's what ends up happening.
That's what ends up happening. I don't by any means think that they're the best team in the world, but I also think that they're not a team that anybody wants to face in a single elimination bracket.
Yeah, that is definitely true.
I'm very interested to see how, if we get to see Faceless against some of the top 4 teams, about how they're going to approach these drafts, because I don't think that if OG or Liquid is drafting against these guys, for example, that they're just going to ban all 5 Ice heroes. I may be wrong about that.
I actually think that if they go up against one of the other top teams, they will probably ignore most of Ice's heroes.
Yeah.
I think they would only ban out Nyx, and they would just leave everything else.
I agree. And
I think that's pretty much what's happened the last time they were at an international tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
but again, you never do know, because the really cool thing, and the reason I look forward to these lands so much now, is that there's a lot of event specific preparation that goes on now. These teams all have coaches now. Most of them have some kind of analyst support staff. The game plans are made specific to every event.
I like this play from Alchemist. He is very deep in enemy territory.
You have to be.
Yeah, trying to get as much as he can.
Because of exactly what you saw happen just there. That's part of the value of the coddle that they hadn't been realizing so far in this match, is that your Alchemist and your Timbersaw can get pretty far into dire territory, and as long as they're not getting gone on, you can always get them back.
All right.
Now you're as a result, though, unfortunately, you use the recall. And the Timbersaw is not going to be back in time for them to contest this Roche.
I don't even think they can. They're definitely going to just concede it. They're just waiting for the inevitable push, and they're going to try their luck at holding high ground.
When are we going? We got, what, 2 more minutes to go till daytime?
Yep.
They need. Yeah, they really, if Faceless can mount this push quickly, if they can get into that base before daytime hits, well.
They're even getting the Alchemist to drop wards in the enemy team, or enemy side.
Yep.
He's just all the way out there. This tier 1 is still up. My goodness. And Faceless, they're just waiting for their creep wave. It is very far away.
Yeah, they're going to have they're going to have 90 seconds of time here to.
They're just clearing out creep waves like all the way in here.
And as Ark, you can't take the fight really until daytime.
Well, they have to wait out 1 more minute. I don't know if that is enough time. I feel like it is not. They're gonna at least lose 2 racks at this rate if they do not do something about it immediately. This is their final fight. See what they got. Clockwork is up in 4 seconds.
That's really good timing by Faceless.
Oh boy. They're just like looking at them. There's like no damage. Black one runs away. He's just gonna heal up to his Shadow Dance. Bottom lane gets comboed up. Oh boy. Sunstrike. Oh, Sunstrike. Catches
there it is.
Coddle is down. Buys back.
Jabs, you're an animal.
Uh-oh. There's just no damage.
Yeah, and it's still.
Everyone's
and
full
they're
health.
gonna call it. That's really well played by Faceless. They had that time. They knew that they could get into that Roche pit, get the Aegis on Black, and get into the Radiant base before the Coddle Ags was going to be a factor. And despite Zephyr playing like a man in this match, that keeper really the standout on the side of RRQ. Just too much Faceless, and it feels like we've been saying that after almost every match in this region.
Yeah, because of how the early game went, it's just. It was just pretty much impossible for them to ever take a fight against Faceless. Like, every time the Alchemist gets a new item, Jabs was ahead of him in net worth the entire time. And if your Alchemist is so far behind, he's just not going to offer much with his Armlet Radiance. He just gets shut down by Jabs alone.
Yeah, and you just look at how balanced both the damage and the building damage are on the side of Faceless. You just had you had the individual cores get off to a lead, but everybody on the team just contributed. They just rolled, man.
How did Nuts get 13,000 healing?
That's a
That is
warlock.
that
That's
is
a
impressive.
warlock with Greaves and Urn, man.
My goodness.
Yeah, he got full value out of those items, man. This is a good team. This is a good team, and I'm not just talking about the region.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, we're done with this game. Do you know what game is coming up next?
I do not, sir. I know I am taking a break and switching over to the EU region. We are hitting our last couple of heats here in SEA play, with the exception of Faceless sitting atop the field. We got a lot of teams in there at 1-1, 2-1, so it's going to be tight for that second spot. Remember, this and China are the two regions that are going to get 2 spots through the qualifier.
All right. Well, there you have it. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the next match shortly, I believe. I'm actually not too sure, but we will be back.